Please close your eyes, please. Thank you, friends. So, I hope, as I say always, you have heard that classes again or thought over it well. Because happiness is something, as we have seen, is not available for sale. Nobody must sell it, nor you can purchase it, because it's always there. It's like this. Have you seen anybody selling sunlight? Nor you must be stupid to purchase sunlight. Happiness is like sunlight yourself. The sensation is like electricity light, artificially created. Electricity you have to pay for. Please understand. Like the candle light, you have to pay for a candle. You have to pay for electricity, because those are artificial light. But natural light you don't have to pay for. Happiness is something absolutely natural. You don't have to pay for happiness. You don't have to sell it. Nobody must sell it. What they are selling is artificial stuff. If they are selling it, is artificial. Like friends, citizenship you can purchase. Invest $1 million, you shall be given the citizenship of America. Any country in the world you can be given. You can purchase a citizenship. Can you purchase universality? We are effortlessly, think of it, you are effortlessly universal, belong to the universe. To belong to India, you must be here, in this little place. To belong to Asia, you should be in this continent. To belong to this planet, you must be this earth. To belong to a galaxy, you must be in that galaxy. But wherever you are, whether it's in your small house, a hutment, under a tree, in your village, in your state, in your country, your continent, your planet, your solar system, your stars, your galaxies, universally you are. Universe has already touched you. Think of that point. Universality cannot be sold. Should not be, nobody need to purchase it. It is there. We are effortlessly that. Selling sunlight to somebody is as stupid. Selling happiness to somebody also is stupid, because that is our own self. We have seen it very, very clearly. At any moment of happiness, you are with yourself. That is why if somebody says, you shall be happy because of a thing, then they will sell you that something. Understand that things very, very clearly. Just like silence. Silence cannot be sold. Music can be sold. Sounds can be sold. Instrumental sounds can be sold. Everything can be sold. But you do not ask people, come for a silence concert. Anybody? Have you asked anybody? Please come on, we'll have a silence concert. Himalayan silence, Andes silence, oceanic silence. There is no such stuff. There is no division. Happiness is happiness, absolute yourself being who you are. You cannot sell it to somebody because that is his nature. When I told that day, it's like selling musk to musk deer. He is the source of the fragrance. How are you selling the fragrance to the musk deer? Somebody heard this in another country, he phoned me up, Swami, it was wonderful. It's like telling, he added, it's like selling ice to the Eskimo and sand to the Bedouin. Can you sell sand to Bedouin? He is in sand. You don't sell ice to the Eskimos because they are living in the ice field. So you can't sell happiness to somebody, but that is yourself at all times, all places, all conditions. Rainbow, can you sell? This morning I was thinking that rainbow, can you sell? It's an universal, fantastic natural phenomenon. It comes out, exotic, huge rainbow, double rainbow, triple rainbow. You can have fabulous rainbows. For a little color you have to pay money. For rainbow comes free. You can't create it, it is there. Same thing about yourself. All the time it is there with you who you are. So that is the source of happiness. I have elaborately told it, and today I shall connect it up with love. Please see, friends, how it is. Yesterday, one gentleman, not yesterday really, this morning, somebody phoned up from my village side, and he said, Swamiji, I am such in a trouble. I said, what happened? And my wife has got a, wife, a relative has got a problem with the diabetic, with the overweight, with all these problems. So can you please, help something? I have spent lakhs, it's just lakhs. You don't spend lakhs in the village. Anyway, for ultimately what it means is he wants some monetary help. So I said, don't worry about it. Okay, something about I can't do. If you say lakhs and lakhs, I don't have that type of money, but in case you say something, please tell me, sir. How did that person got that, when he became obese, how did he become obese? Did he go to a cycle shop and got pumped? Was pumped air into him so that he can be fat? No. He ate. Yes, Swamiji, that is true. Acha, how did he become diabetic? Because he ate sweets, did not do enough exercise. No child is born diabetic. Some are, some rare few are there. That's a different thing altogether. So how do you get that? You eat sweet, do not do enough exercise, you get it. I said, so if you want to cure, what should you do? Stop eating sweet, do exercise. How much money it costs not to eat sweet? Think, friends. Because somebody can always invoke some type of a helplessness and compassion, so-called compassion, and completely literally take you for a ride. If you are fat, somebody is fat because overeating and not doing enough exercise. Not to overeat and to do exercise, how much money it costs? Oh, then if I have to go to the, some places to learn some stretchings or this or that, or I should go to that particular, sort of fitness center and all. Why? If you walk on the road, your fitness will not work. What are you talking about? People have some funny ideas. Understand, friends. That particular disease, if you don't have to spend money for that. Change your habit. But people, no, I won't change my habit, but give me medicine. Exactly same way, after listening to that, I extended. Why are you unhappy? We have analyzed very beautifully, just hinting and go away. How are you unhappy? Because you are missing something. A thought is coming, object is not there. When does the fellow feel unhappy? I'm so miserable, mummy is not there. Mummy's thought is there, mummy is not there. Food thought is there, food is not there. Money thought is there, money is not there. God thought is there, God is not there. Liberation thought is there, liberation is not there. Sound thought, sound is not there. That is a problem. So missing something creates a problem. So what do? You want to get the object of thought. If I am missing the chocolate, I must get the chocolate. When the moment you take that, what happens? See the mechanism. The thought goes away. When the thought goes away, what gives you relief? The presence of the object or the absence of thought? Naturally, absence of thought. But if you say absence of thought gives me relief, immediately it's replaced by another thought and your so-called relief or happiness is gone. So that is when you get the object and thoughts go away, that time you are not unhappy. But at the same place, what you call as the not unhappy, in that same spot is your self-awareness, yourself. We have seen it clearly. So for that, what should you pay? What should you pay? You cannot pay anything for that. At least for disease you have to pay. Suppose, why it so happens? Please understand. Why it so happens? When you take the medicine, when you take the food more and more and more, you become diabetic or over sort of obese. Organs may be lost. The organs are lost, so you have the replacement, you have the kidney, replace transplantation, all that organs are lost. The machine is destroyed. In case of your thinking, there are no organs. Are you getting that point? It's a thought. Emotions are not organic. Is not organ. What particular thought is, what particular, suppose it is a sort of a physical, because of the brain something happened, therefore you forgot something, you have to fix the brain. But the general person's unhappiness is a healthy, hearty human being. Why are you miserable? Because your thoughts are driving you crazy. So if the thoughts are driving you crazy, or you have allowed the thoughts to drive you crazy? Thoughts do not drive you crazy, as even objects do not attract you. No object ever tempts you. Think, friends, does the gold tempt you? Car tempt you? Objects do not tempt you. You never please. At no time you are pulled by the world outside. You are pushed from inside. Think it over. Nothing in this universe can pull you. A gold chain jumped on my neck and said, take me home. No object can pull you. You get pushed from inside. How do you get pushed from inside? You don't know how to handle your thoughts. So the moment you have it, the moment you understand this mechanism, I'm so stupid. How am I getting affected by the picture of an object? A thought is a picture of an object. With the picture of the snake, you are not frightened. With the picture of the tiger, you are not frightened. So the thought is the picture of the object. Why does the thought bothers you? Like a child. The child will not touch the picture also. A snake. What the mommy says, no, this is not a snake. See, mommy is touching, it's a picture. It is not the snake. A thought is not an object. Why are you getting affected by the thought as though it is an object inside? Oh my God, this is the mistake. When I get the object, the thought goes away. Thereafter what happens? I am with myself. So this mechanism I have understood very clearly. So that's something, what should we do? How much you should pay for being with your thought or not to be with your thought? What is the money required? What is the money required? Please, this knowledge is not up for sale. Just like the water, air, fire, earth, everything is so beautiful. The space is so beautiful. You don't have to create a space. You don't have to demolish a mountain to create a space. It is already there. Same thing also. You don't have to have an object or not to have an object. No conditions apply. You don't have to be rich or poor. You are supposed to be a person who is a renunciate or indulgent. You don't have to be vegetarian or a non-vegetarian. Follower of this religion, that religion. A man or a woman, no conditions apply. That is yourself. You can't pay for it and nobody must sell it. We shall see that same dimension from the standpoint of love. How happiness, yourself and love are one and the same. Please see, friends. This word love is so much bandied about all over. Religion, religious language. Love yourself, love your neighbor, love your friend, love your everybody, love God. Love also God. God also is your object of love. How fantastic. Love your God, love. What is this love? Think of it, friends. What is this love? And if you look at the people, the worst part of it is, the moment you bring in the subject matter of love, the people shall say, first start it with a basic hypothesis. Start it. Object of love is source of happiness, right or wrong? Anything that gives you a little comfort or happiness you may not love. But anything you love, ordinary language, anything you love must be giving you happiness, or else you will not love it. Do you love scorpion? Anybody loving scorpion? Do you love that poison ivy? If you touch it, khuzli, all over your body is all bloat up, you are red, blue, green. Will you love that leaf? You sow it, everybody will run. Why? Because it reminds you of the pain. But any object of love, if you love something, it must be the source of happiness. If it gives you discomfort, you surely not like it. But anything that gives you comfort, anything that you give happiness in the ordinary man's language, you may not love it. But if you are loving something, that means it surely gives you happiness. I love music. Every song you may not like it, but whichever song you love, that gives you happiness. Whichever touch you love, that gives you happiness. You may not love every touch, but any touch that gives you happiness, you love it. Any sight, whatever you love it, I love sunrise, because that is what you love. But anything you like, you may not love it. Anything you love, I love this taste. When you say that, that means you like that, you really love that taste. But every taste, whichever you like, you may not love it. But anything that gives you happiness, you may not love it. But if you are loving it, it definitely gives you happiness. Same thing the fragrance. Same thing also person. Whomsoever you love, that means he or she must be the source of your happiness. The person who takes away your things and throws it here and there, the person who pulls your hair, the person who takes away your cell phone and hides it somewhere, the person, whatever you have written, tears it off, whomsoever your friend, he talks nonsense about you, will you say, I love you? Do you do that? If somebody you love, that means that person is your source of happiness. So, you can take a general statement and hypothesis, a very hypothetical statement. Object of love is source of happiness. That everybody can accept. So now I am asking you a very private question. Please do not answer loud, because your neighbor may listen to you. Okay? Please tell me, who or what is your object of love? Who is your object of love? Don't answer, huh? Your neighbor will listen. Don't. Who is your object of love? Or before that, what is this? What is there something you really like it? That you can talk loud. What is there something you really like it? Oh, I like, flowers. I like chocolate. I like music. I like fragrance. I like this food. I like wildlife. I like mountaintop. I like sunrise, sunset. Everybody is a liar. Everybody is lying. You shall get a shock of your life. What do you mean I am lying? Everybody tells a lie. Understand, friends? Whatever you say you love, you really do not love it. Then what do I do? Okay, ask to tell me whom do you love? Forget that objects will go later on. Then whom do you love? Ask whom do you love? I love my father. I love my mother. I love my child. I love my cat. I love my dog. I love my car. Again lying. Everybody is a top class liar. You do not love either anything or anybody, any person. Please think, friends, this is how the Upanishads beautifully, so beautiful, tell absolute truth and goes on challenging you. That is why many people do not like to listen to these things, because they shall feel challenged. I love car, I love house, I love gold, I love money. Really? You are lying. Do you know why? We say that in the world. Oh, I love you. Spoken word is, I love you. A boy talks to a girl talks to a boy. You don't tell that to the rose. A rose flower, I love you. What will happen? Nothing. Nobody will tell that to a rose. You talk to a person, I love you. The spoken word is, I love you. Listen, friends, please. The spoken word is, I love you. Round your 7 billion people, this is one statement. I love you is the most spoken statement. I love you. The biggest lie. Because your spoken word is, I love you. Unspoken is, conditions apply. Ask yourself, I love you. Why? Because she is so nice, she is so beautiful. That means her beauty you love, not her. I love him because he is so rich. The riches I love, not him. I love him because he is so kind. So that quality I love, not him. Listen carefully, friends. Everybody says, I love you. That is the spoken word. Unspoken word is conditions apply. As long as you do what you want, as long as you do what I want you to do, that long I love you. The moment you change, my love changes. Frustrated. I love my body. We'll go step by step. I love my body. How long? As long as it is young and beautiful and all this low weight and all that, the body, suppose you start eating and and suddenly you are 200 kilo, what's the reason? I love my body, I hate my body. You who said you love your body, you now hate your body. Conditions apply. If the body is 70 kilo or below, I love it. If it is 70 kilo or 100 kilo up, I hate it. So, you don't love your own body unconditionally, you are expecting other people to love you. Think, friends. We shall go step by step. Please see that. Everybody says, I love, I love, I love. Conditions apply. I love God, conditions apply. I pray to the God, my child should get first class without studying. The child prays, I should get number first class without studying. I should get a job, no work, all money. I want my neighbor to die. I want this to happen. All the prayers. I will eat whatever I like, but I should not be alcoholic, I should not be diabetic, I should not be cholesterol high. Which God can apply? Which God can preach? That is why the people who sell vibhuti, they are very popular. Because you take the vibhuti and whatever the ashes or whatever you take, you shall be cured. Hey, it may happen to somebody. We are nobody to challenge it. If it happens, happens. But what does it mean? The person wants, I should not do anything, but it should happen. That only I love. Just like, think, friends. Please think again and again. Suppose you are on the overweight side, you are overweight. You are 90 kilo, 100 kilo, 120 kilo. And everybody looks down upon you and you also look down upon yourself. Then what is it? I must lose my weight. You are desperate to lose weight. You go to a doctor, a physical fitness person, and he tells you, you want to lose weight, sir? Enroll here for 2 months, please. Do not eat this, do not eat this, do not eat this. And do the heavy exercise. Morning you get up, run for 5 kilometers, then do that, then done by tuck and all that stuff. And lift the weight and all the, and do not eat fried things, do not eat sweets, do not eat these things. It will happen. Oh, very, very difficult. Okay, then you go to another person, another doctor says, or another fitness coach, he says, you don't do anything, sir. No restrictions on food. No restrictions on anything, you just lie down. We'll do massage, power massage, Burman massage, and then what will happen? You shall come out, get up, hourglass. Be honest, where shall you go? Where shall you go? Which doctor you shall go? The person who tells you to change your food, change your lifestyle, work hard, you shall lose weight. Or the person says, you lie down, you don't have to do anything, we'll do everything for you, and therefore you shall be losing your weight. Where shall you go? Whom do you love? Somebody says, change your habit. Other says, I shall do a mantra. Or I'll give you this. Everybody is waiting for that. And everybody blames people, that fellow cheated me by selling me vibhuti. Or by asking me that my 4 sovereign gold will become 8 sovereign gold. Fellows are rascals. These sadhus or the sannyasis or the charlatans or yogis and all that stuff. People go on dismissing everybody. You mean to say that person cheated you? Yes, he came and told you that I give me 4 sovereign gold, I shall make it 8 sovereign. Fine, that is his business. Many people are cheating in this world. What about your greed to believe that 4 sovereign gold overnight become 8 sovereign? It defies your reason, right or wrong? So why don't you ever say, because of my greed I got cheated? No. I am flawless. That is why you suffer in life. Understand, friends? That will not work out. You have to change for yourself. You have to see that. Who will make you? Who can do that? You are fat. You want to lose it. The person says, hard work. You don't like it. Somebody massaging is fine. Same thing, this knowledge also. I love the God. I eat whatever I like, I just pray and the fat disappears. Right? Surprisingly, understand, friends, this self-knowledge, self-awareness is exactly a talisman like that. The moment you come, I am so miserable. What shall I do? Just be yourself. Other things will be there, but it will not affect you. How simple. To be silent, if you don't have to remove the sound, don't you think it is great? You can create a sound, you can stop creating a sound. Silence is already there. You don't have to remove the sound to be with silence. You don't have to produce a sound to be with silence. That is a habit. You don't have to demolish a house to create the space. You don't have to build a house to create the space. Space is already existing, house or no house. Silence is already existing, your sound or no sound. Health, absolute, immortality, your being, yourself, who you are is already existing. Body healthy or sick, doesn't matter. You want to cure that condition, you have to pay for it. Physically, yes. If for mental illness, think of it, mental illness, if it is again clinical, suppose because of the brain disorder, chemical disorder, you have to pay for it. But if the person is a normal, right person, thinking it out, and most of the time that is the trouble for people, learn to think. Just organize, see, decide what exactly happens. Because it's like when you say, please, I love something, ask yourself. When you love something, that object of love creates your problem or your loving it creates your problem? Please tell me. When I say, I love sweets, sweet is creating my problem or my loving the sweet creates the problem? Will you please still think, please? Eat the problem, eat the problem, eat the sweet. What is this? I love it and without it I cannot live. No, it's eating for its own sweet, for sweet's sake. Please. The moment the sweet gives you diabetic, you hate it. Think, friends. I love sweet as long as it gives me health. The moment I get the diabetes, I hate the sweet. So whom do I love? Do I love sweet or myself? I love the sound as long as it gives me stillness. I hate the sound when it becomes a noise. So whom do you love? Sound or yourself? I love the money as long as it helps me to be rich and comfortable. Suppose you have got 100,000 rupees with you and that day the income tax rate comes. How do you say? Oh God, what happened? The same money which was a blessing suddenly becomes a curse. One day, just think of it, a person, especially in Indian marriages, the ladies, when the marriage day, everybody is a walking jewelry shop. Gold top to bottom, diamond top to bottom, and there's a big show place, everybody goes there. Now suppose you have gone, taken out all your authentic jewelry from the bank and you put it on and you have gone. Very nice, nothing wrong. As you are coming back, between the marriage mandapam and the car, because a big marriage, thousands of people, your car is half a kilometer away parked. So you are walking down, suddenly two people come with a gun and a knife, give the gold or dead. What shall you say? What shall you say? Shall you say, kill me but leave my gold? Will you say that? Take the gold. Not only from me, from others also I will collect it. Because if I lose myself, only if I lose this is miserable. If everybody loses, it's comfortable. No. Why? Because as long as the gold was giving me security and beauty, I need it. The moment the gold becomes the cause of my death and disaster, what shall I say? Take the gold. You love gold? Ask yourself, friends, do you love gold? You love the car, brand new Ferrari, you are getting in on the right on your traffic light. Suddenly one fellow comes up in the near traffic light, puts a AK-47, get out or die. What shall you say? Kill me, but leave my car. Will you? Get out. So ask yourself, do you love the object? Never. You love the object because it gives you happiness. If it becomes the source of your problem and insecurity, source of your disturbance, discomfort, unhappiness, conflict, depression, misery, dump it. That is the thing, friends. 100 examples I can, 1,000,000 examples for you find out for your life. Upanishad's talk is so beautifully. Yagyamvalkya, that guru that teaches the disciples, the students, what is that? Nabare putrasya kamaya putra priyavati, atmanastu kamaya putra priyavati. Never for the sake of the child is loved, but because it gives you the happiness, comfort. Navare patni kamaya pati kamaya, never for the sake of the husband or the husband or wife is loved, but because it gives you happiness. Never for the sake, lastly say that, Navare sarvasya kamaya, remember it is like a mantra in your life. Navare sarvasya kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati, atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyavati. Never for its own sake anything is loved in ordinary man's world. It is loved because it gives him satisfaction. Sarvasya kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. Not for the sake of everything is loved. Because atmanastu kamaya, because those something give me happiness. You like chili, it gives you happiness. Somebody hates it because it gives him fire on his tongue. Think, friends. This is something which you sit down and make a list of things. What is that something that you love? Please sit down and make a list of things that you love. Not only things, but also people. Because things if you love, you can get rid of it the moment you don't love. You like chili, you don't like it, throw it. You like a particular painting in your house, you don't like it, give it away. Suppose you get laddu, you don't like it, give it away. Things if you don't want it, things you can get away. But can you do the same thing with a man or woman? A person was in the long back, I was reading one Mad magazine, very funny magazine from America. The person was in his house, he had put on every type of noise, music. Different type of, all these, hi-fi is on, TV is on, the radio is on, every sound system, anything that can create noise is on. His friend goes there, knock, knock, knock. And when the fellow opens the door, the sound hits him in his face. What a hit! So he says that fellow, why are you making such a huge noise in your house? Hey, you don't know, sir. I love it because when I'm alone, there is nobody, it becomes very lonely. So I have put all these sounds, so I really enjoy it, I really am enjoying it. Then the man said, if you are feeling so lonely, why don't you bring out a friend, a man or woman, a living friend? Why are you bringing all these things? He said, you are a child, you don't understand. The moment I am tired of this music, switch off, switch off, switch off, switch off. Can I switch off a man like that? Can I switch off a woman like that? I want you, be here. I don't want you, get rid of it. That is why pet industry is $1 billion industry. You like your dog, cuddle it. Don't like your dog, put in the kennel. You like your pet, keep it around. You don't like it, let him go to sleep. Give it to somebody who can take it for a walk or something somewhere. Understand, friends? Make a list of things you say you love. You never love anything, please. Anything you love is not for it. Whatever you love, please. As long as it gives you comfort, you happiness, that long you shall love it. The moment it becomes the cause of your problem, you throw it away. Think. And that is where people will complain. Two things you can see in the human world, around the world you go. From India to Indianapolis, it doesn't matter. From where to where in the world you can go, from Alaska to North Pole to South Pole, wherever you go, you shall listen to these two heavy complaints from the human beings. Swamiji, nobody loves me. That is the number one. Nobody loves me. Undercurrent is, I love everybody. He is Mr. Love, Miss Love. I love everybody. He doesn't say that. Nobody loves me, as though he loves everybody or she loves everybody. Think of it, friends. Nobody loves me. My first question to them is, okay, when you say nobody loves me, does it include you also? Nobody loves me. In your list, nobody loves me. Are you inside in that list? Do you love yourself? Of course not. And the next complaint is, not only nobody loves me, but nobody loves me for who I am. They love me for what I have. Oh, nobody loves me for who I am. Everybody loves me for something or other that I have. Oh, really? My next question to that man is, ask yourself, do you ever love yourself? If nobody loves you, ask yourself, do you love yourself? Suppose by mistake you said yes. Why do you love yourself? Because who you are or what you have? Well, the friends love me because of money. The friends love me because of my job. The friends love me because of my friendships, things that I have got. Friends love me because I have gone around the world. Friends love me because I am handsome or beautiful. What about your loving? I love myself. Why? I love myself. I am full of confidence. Why? I am handsome. I am beautiful. I am young. I have a good job. I have the governor as my father or the father-in-law. I can sing. I can dance. I can talk. I can cook. So, do you love yourself for who you are or what you have? Please. Do not try to be a martyr. Nobody loves me. Oh, as though you love yourself. You do not. And by chance somebody loves me, not for my sake, but for what I have. So if you love yourself, you are so confident, the love and confidence for the time it takes it. I love myself, I am very confident. Why? Because I have a good job. Have you not seen that usage of that word? I hate his guts. I love myself for my guts, but he hates my guts. I hate his confidence. I hate his connectivity, his connections. I love him for his connections. I love him for his aristocracy. I hate him for the aristocracy. I hate him for the poverty. I love him because he is poor. What is your love and hate, friends? Not only you can move from the secular world, you can move from secular world, not only you can move from one object to another person, to another thing, to another person, to anything in the secular world, but also you can move from God to God to God to God. I love the God. Why? Because he throws an atom bomb at you? Why do you love God? Whatever I pray, he grants. Therefore you tell everybody, go there, go there, go there. Or sometimes, like in Tamil Nadu, they say that one day in a village, children were playing, and there was a Ganapati, big Ganesha statue. So the children are playing, and children are always curious. There is a big tondi, big stomach, and in the big navel. So this fellow put in the hand. And put in that hand into that navel, there was a scorpion hiding. He gave it a real sting. Ooh, he's coming back. But suddenly he puts it in there. Hey, what happened? What happened? Oh, nothing. There is a sandalwood. Because they have put sandalwood on that, no? There is sandalwood in that navel. So the other fellow also put it there. He got also stung. So both are happy. Like one day, the mullah was, it happened. Mullah was, he was always telling, one fellow was very lonely. He told mullah, what shall I do? Get married. But I am already married. Get another second wife. But the second wife will be trouble, no? No. See, I have a second. No problem. One presses first one leg, other presses the other leg. One presses arm, other is another arm. Another arm is fantastic. Wonderful. Somebody cooks food, somebody does these things. You may get married. He motivated the fellow, tempted him up, prompted him, pumped him up. And the person got married. And then once after the marriage, the second marriage is over, his problem started. Because when he goes to the first wife's place, the first wife says, anyway, you brought the second wife, go there, why are you here? When he goes to second wife, he says, you love your first wife more, why are you here? Now he does neither here nor there. Previously at least he had one place, now neither here nor there. Headache, can't stay in that house. Midnight, he doesn't know what to do. He goes towards the local lonely place near a temple or a mosque or a church or whatever, some quiet place under a tree. He goes there. As he goes there, from a distance, Suddenly he hears there is a sound. So his sadness disappeared, crying disappeared. What is that noise? So he's going towards that. Then he reached there, then he saw one man sitting down in the darkness and is crying. And then he asked, oh. Nearby he says, sir, and he saw a mullah. He said, mullah, what are you doing here? No, what are you doing? He said, you told me to marry. Now I go to the first wife, the second one hates me, the second I go to the first one hates me, and either that home, nor this room, nor that room, I am now homeless. And that way I have come here to cry. Then he says, mullah, what are you doing here? Mullah said, that is what exactly my problem. Then why did you tell me to marry? He said, because I was alone to be crying. So now that you have got the same problem, let us sit down together and cry. This is what people do. Everybody is love struck by lightning. Love stung by the scorpion. Is not a man stuff or a woman stuff. Think, friends, a wrong way of loving. You don't understand what love is. If your conditions apply, you do not love. I love because eyes are beautiful. Eyes are lost to smallpox. Love goes through that. I love you because riches go away, you love the richer person. Think, friend, what is happening in the world? Every marriage begins with love and darling and champagne and the rose. After a few months, what happens? Courtroom scene. Divorce. Why? Because the picture in your room, picture in your head has changed. The person cannot fulfill. Your picture has changed. Whosoever picture changes first, the other person is a victim. Think, friends. Therefore does not mean people are useless. No, everybody must understand this. Then if you are in love with yourself and the other person is in love with himself, we shall see that fantastic friendship will come. We shall see that later on, friends. But please see. So if you say, I love this object, why? Because it gives you happiness. The moment it gives you unhappiness, you dump it. It comes to now your own physical body, friends. Come to your body. How long you love it? Body is healthy, young, fantastic. Suppose it so happens, you get a disease, fatal disease. And that with the disease comes pain also, enormous pain. Will you say, I love my body? Let it die. What happened to your body? You love your body. Conditions apply. Healthy, young, strong. You don't understand that you have destroyed it. You think body is destroying itself. No. So many nuances, friends. How much can I talk? You think for yourself. Make a list of things that you love. First make a list of non-living things that you like. Your carpet, your marble statue, your car, your house, your anything. Inanimate objects. Make a list. Suddenly you discover you do not love none of these things. The house is on fire. Will you say, I shall carry everything, then I'll go? No. The moment the house is on fire, you jump out. Let everything die along with it. Let everything get burnt with it. It doesn't matter. My private painting collections, my private book collections, my private sound collections, music collections, let everything burn down. I go. Why? If I am there, I can make it again. If I am gone, music is not going to recreate me. Nothing is going to recreate me. Same thing, physical body. How long shall I love this? As long as it gives me happiness, comfort. The moment it is there, gone. So, ask yourself, why do you grumble, nobody loves me? Do you love yourself? No. Do you know why? You don't know who you are. How do you love yourself? Whatever you consider yourself to be, you don't love it. You consider yourself a riches. Please see, you consider yourself rich. That riches, you say you love it. Enforcement Directorate, Vigilance Department comes and seizes everything. What happens? Ooh. Somebody steals it, burned down. $10 people get into your house just to loot everything. What shall you say? Leave me, take everything. You love them? You can use them. You need not use later on, after some time, friends. Anyway, you will come back. Now, same thing your physical body. If it is diseased, I don't want it. So your physical body also it doesn't love. Think. Suppose you have got eyes. Your eyes, your ears, your own physical body, like a person who go to a war and there is a gunshot wound. Because the leg is wounded, the gangrene sets in. And the doctor says, look, unless you cut that toe, your whole body will die. What shall you say? Cut the toe. Then later on says after a few days that it has gone into your leg, cut the leg, amputate the leg, amputate it. Calf muscles, amputate it. Thighs, amputate it. As long as it is not hurt, amputate anything. Why? Because for one part, if the whole is going to die, get rid of the part. So you don't hate your leg, but you love your leg subject to condition. This is what human love, friends. Average person's love is, they say, I love, I love, I love. And you listen to that fancy music in every type of so-called movies and all that. So ridiculously stupid. Love as an emotion. We shall see, friends, will bit by bit you go there. Please observe. You do not love your body. If you love it, conditions apply. Any love where the conditions apply is not love. Like we saw. Happiness, unconditional. If there is a conditions apply, is not happiness. I'm very happy. Why? Sunrise, sunlight. Sunlight changes, your happiness changes. Very happy, money is there. Money goes, happiness goes. Very happy, the children are fine. Children are useless, you're happy. Everything goes. My God is great. God is proved stupid, your happiness goes. Anything, friends, please. Same thing, love. Now come back. We shall go on to one more level. Your thoughts. I love my thoughts. Why? You are just now fallen in love. Fallen in love. That's a good statement in English. You fall in love, never rise. Okay? You fall. You fail. You fall in love, so you like that girl, I like that boy. Ooh. So that thought comes. Right. So somebody told me a joke in the February 14th, that what is that one? What is that day? Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day, a fellow goes to the shop and says, see that card, very nice card. What is that? I love you alone. I love you only. See that? He says, give me 10 cards. So for 10 people you say, I love you only, right? Think of it. So now what happens? Please, a thought is given to you. I love that person, that girl's thought or that boy's thought. It can be anything. That love, take a human relationship, very important. You take a thought, the thought comes up. Oh, she's so nice, wonderful. When that thought comes, you are so excited, you are more dreaming away, and wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Suddenly, one day, you discover to whom you love, he or she loves somebody else. What happens to you? To whom you love, he or she loves somebody else. It may not be true, but you think. That is how people can destroy you by planting a thought in your head. You are so vulnerable to gossip by planting. That fellow is an idiot, that fellow is a rascal, that fellow is this, that fellow is this. They want to destroy. So when they plant a thought, she or he loves somebody else, then what happens to you? I want to forget her. Now the same thought which was exciting you, the same thought becomes a nightmare. I never thought my mother will behave like that. I never thought my wife will behave like that. I never thought my son will behave like that. I never thought my daughter will behave like that. Nobody ever thinks, I never thought I also once behaved like that. How many people are self-introspective? Other people's flaw exaggerated, highlighted. You have done the same thing. But you never look down upon yourself. No need to, we shall think of it. Nobody must do. Please think of it for yourself. What happens to that same thought which was giving you so much of pleasure, now you don't like it. It becomes a nightmare. So do you say you love your thought? No. I love my thought, conditions apply. If it reminds me good things, I love it. It doesn't remind me good thing, I want to kill it. How? Drug, alcohol, listen to music, touch somebody, taste something. That is how people distract themselves. Then to forget something, to forget your unhappiness, please, to forget your friend died because of the alcoholic and he was met with an accident. And because your friend, the thought is bothering you, to forget that thought, what do? Alcohol. And you become an alcoholic. Think. To forget the thought, you want to forget the thought, what do? You want to drink, you want to smoke, you want to eat. Struggle. Because that becomes your nightmare. That is how people become alcoholic, drug addicts, depressive. Because I love that thought as long as it gives me satisfaction. If it doesn't give me satisfaction, I want to dismiss that thought. So whom do you love? Somebody who is other than the thought. So thus you can see there are many objects of love. A thought can be an object of your love. A sensation can be object of your love. The sense organs can be objects of your love. How many sense organs? 5. How many sense objects? 5 trillion can be object of your love. Your body can be object of your love. Different conditions, childhood body, youthful body, adult body, old age body, Ishvara, that can be an object of love. Physical world, which object can be an object of your love? Anything. A tree, a plant, a dust, a mountain, a sunrise, sunset, galaxies, rainbow, oh God! You understand? All are objects of love. Whose object of love? My object of love. I is one. Objects of love are how many? Infinity. If you search for love, you shall be love lost. So ultimately, if you understand this, so ultimately whom I love? I do not love the object outside. I love them because it gives me comfort or happiness. If I love my body, it because it gives me comfort or happiness. If I love my sense organs, because it gives me comfort and happiness. If I love my thoughts, because it gives me comfort and happiness. If they do not give me comfort and happiness, I don't want them. So whom do I love? I love myself. Listen carefully. I love myself. Oh my God. Just logically see that. Everybody loves himself. You are not supposed to say that. Because if you say I love myself, you are branded as selfish. Understand, friend? Nothing can be more misleading. See that. Everybody loves himself. Just to connect it up, we started with that hypothesis. Object of love is source of happiness. If I love myself, who shall be the source of happiness? I am the source of my happiness. Logically complete. I have to be the source of my happiness. Objects of love can be thrown away, changed, go away. Thoughts can go, change. Objects can change. Ideas can change. Sensations can change. But you do not change. Object of love is source of happiness. I am the object of happiness. Who is this I? It is not an object outside. It's not a sound, not a touch, not a taste, not a smell, not a sight. It's not the physical body. Body has no sense of eye. Riches have no sense of eye. Sense organs have no sense of eye. The thoughts have no sense of eye. For me to say, I see my thought, I am conscious of my thought, I must be conscious of the thought. Who I am, understand, is not what I am conscious of. That by which I am conscious of, that is myself. This is what we saw in the first series. So who is that I? What is that I? The source of I. That is what is the happiness when we analyzed. When the objects, please, when the object, in the presence of the object, the thought disappears. It is not the absence of thought. In that moment of so-called absence of thought, you are with yourself. You love it. That is why people say, oh, when I listen to my music, I completely forgot myself. Meaning that ahankar, that limited roles were forgotten. I listen to that music, I forgot myself. Don't forget yourself, remember yourself. When I saw the sunrise, sunset, I tasted this, I touched this, yes. I smelled this, yes. Every person. Any moment of happiness you are with yourself. Whenever you are yourself, you are happy. And that happiness, since I am the source of happiness, I cannot escape loving myself. And since I love myself, I have to be the source of happiness. Both way complete. And what people say, selfish. Don't be selfish. Give love to everybody. Really, give happiness to everybody. No, friends. Until you find the happiness in yourself, you cannot point it out to anybody, or you shall be selling the objects of happiness. Until you find the love in yourself, you cannot love anybody. You shall be selling the objects of love. You shall sell your house, you will sell your object of love called house. You can sell your body also, which is the object, somebody's object of love. You can sell your attention, which is the object of love. You shall sell your thoughts, which are object of love. God's grace, God's, please, please, please. Don't make it a market. Marketplace love, marketplace happiness. Marketing. Religious marketing, spiritual marketing, so what is that, what do you call as the secular marketing? What are they doing? Everybody sells happiness, everybody sells love, right? Come to my God, it will give you love. Love is God, God is love. Which God, which love? Do you understand what love is? You are the source of love because everybody without exception, Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyamavadi. Take this statement, friends. It's a human, universal statement. It is not an Indian statement, a female statement, a masculine statement, a feminine statement, rich man statement, poor man statement, indulgent statement, renunciate statement, believer statement, or non-believer statement. No, friends. It is a human, universal statement. Everybody loves himself. And you must love yourself. Unless you love yourself, you cannot love anybody. It's not an injunction. You can't escape, friends. We shall see that tomorrow. In the aeroplane, nowadays almost everybody has flown in the plane. You know that. When you fly in the plane, what happens? Before the plane takes off, they have an announcement. In the event of the drop in the cabin pressure, oxygen mask will fall. And when the oxygen mask will fall, what is the next statement? Give unto others before you give it to yourself? No. Give it to yourself first, before you giving it to others. Very selfish statement, no? Suppose you are a very selfless man. No, I'm not selfish. I'm not going to give it to myself. I'm going to give it to my neighbor. So, already you are tottering, falling. So by the time that falls down, you don't know whom to drag. And by chance you drag it, then you are looking for his nose, which is mouth, which is the ear, you don't know. Going by the time that fellow is dead, you are dead. Both will be dead. That is why they are not stupid to say, give yourself first. Give yourself first, because the moment you start, you are breathless. Give it to yourself. Understand, friends, giving yourself the mask is not selfishness. You cannot help somebody unless you are breathing. Give yourself the mask. Giving yourself is not selfishness. But once you start breathing, and when other people are still struggling around, you do not extend a helping hand, then you become a selfish. When you are breathing but not helping others to breathe. Educating yourself is not selfish. Enriching yourself is not selfish. Healthy yourself is not selfish. Why the corona time, all the doctors are to be given first, vaccine should be given. Health workers, unless they are healthy, how are they going to help us? Suppose somebody says, they are very selfish, they are giving only by themselves, they are taking first, doctors are taking care of themselves, they are better. Don't have nonsense. These religious ideas especially, give your life to God. I say, God wants my life, then only He will be alive. Huh? God wants my life. Why people give up their life for God, God only knows. God only knows. If he or she is all powerful, can he not protect himself? But some people have to kill in the name of God also. Forget, friends, I don't want to get into that nonsense. Love yourself. Loving yourself is not selfish. When I say love yourself, it's not an injunction. Any moment of love, when you get enough, suppose you like the music, we shall see it tomorrow more elaborately. When you love the music, it's so nice. Why is so nice? It helps you to remove the thought. All thoughts are suspended. Appa. What is that appa? When you are with yourself, music falls away, musician falls away, instrument falls away, room is forgotten, place is forgotten, air conditioning is forgotten, your own body is forgotten, the dresses that you have got forgotten, that you are closing or opening the eyes is forgotten, thoughts are forgotten, everything suspended. Why? Wow, what a music, man. What a touch. What a taste, what a smell, what a sight. Is it what a smell? Are you glorifying the smell? No, the smell led me to myself. Are you glorifying the touch? The touch led me to myself. Are you glorifying the taste? Taste led me to myself. Meaning thereby, everything in this universe, Vishayananda Brahmananda, in every sense pleasure, every sensation, you are enjoying only one thing, Brahman, the self, the absolute. That is why Nada Brahma. Anything, from any point, anywhere, from any sensation, any object. That is why, ultimately, you never look down upon anybody anymore. Oh, that is a distraction, that is a temptation. If that is a distraction or temptation, because you are stupid, not because the object is stupid. Object is wonderful. The whole universe. Do not blame and destroy and dismiss anything in this universe, friends. It is so fantastic. The nature doesn't wait for a permission for the sun to rise or sun to set, moon to rise or moon to set. Sky is to be blue, clouds to come by, rainbows to flash. Summer, winter, snowfield, icefield, all these beauties. The nature is waiting for us, neither is it looking for my permission to create sensation in my body. Cool weather, so nice. Think, friends. You see, you hear, you touch, sensations, natural. Thoughts, natural. In the same spot, consciousness, natural. Close your eyes. As even nobody can create the silence. There are no instruments to produce silence. There are no artists to sing silence. No sensation, no perception, no thoughts, no possession, no position, no condition requires to be fulfilled for you to be yourself. And therefore, when I love myself for who I am, and for me to be me, no conditions apply. To be the happiness is to be the love. You love something because it gives you happiness, meaning leads you to yourself. When somebody says you are so sweet, so nice, you have no conflict, it leads you to yourself. When somebody says you are a rascal, you are a rogue, it creates a disharmonious thought because there is nothing rogue about you. There is nothing called a mortality or misery or pain or conflict about you. It's a disharmonious, discordant thought. When you go to listen to the music, nobody abuses you in the music. They talk the glory of the universe, the glory of God or the glory of yourself. The touch sensations are pure and lovely. So also your sights, sunrise, sunset, tastes of any kind, smells of any kind, everything divine. You are always in tune with yourself. You love yourself for who you are. You are the source of happiness. If object of love is source of happiness, and I saw everybody loves himself, everybody must be source of happiness, and that which gives you happiness, you love it. Since I am the source of happiness, I cannot escape loving myself. And since I love myself, I have to be the source of happiness, friends. Write it down, think it over, we shall see more of it tomorrow. So remember that statement. For happiness, no conditions apply. For love, no conditions apply. Be happy with yourself, be happy with everything in this universe. Be in love with yourself, you are the love, and be in love with everything in this universe. There is nothing which you cannot be loving, there is nothing which you cannot be happy with. That is why natural world, natural universe you enjoy. A human being shall prevent you from loving him or loving her. They have their moods. The nature doesn't resist your being in love with yourself. But if you tell a person, I love myself, other person shall say, you are selfish. Flower will not say that. And a person who is in love with himself, he will never feel jealous, never feel unhappy that somebody is happy with himself. The person who is happy with himself will be so comfortable that the other person is happy with himself, so nice. As much I am in love with myself, the other person also is in love with himself. What a sweet thing, what a wonderful thing. Each person in love with himself, happy with themselves. You don't depend, nor you create a dependency. Just see that, friends. Thank you, friends. We'll see you more tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you.